Good morning, everybody out there in the world. How are you doing? Chris Jenkins, aka Man of the People. Chris Jenkins, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, coming to you live from a modified studio. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be reporting to you guys live today from the Charlotte Vibe studios, but as always, we do have Patrick Snyder on site already at Green Bay, bringing in pictures. So I'm going to be implementing those into the pregame show. I'm going to show you those in just a second. But how do you like the setup? Do you like it? Give me a thumbs up if you like the setup for the new studio. We'll probably make some little tweaks to it, etc. going on. But it is game day. Carolina Panthers and Green Bay Packers are tipping off very, very shortly. Let's get our graphics right. That's not what we want to show. Come on. There we go. As you see, just a little bit more than an hour and 50 minutes until showtime. And we're going to keep you up to date. We're going to go over everything to get you ready for this matchup today like we always do. We're going to go through some interviews from the week. We're going to look at the stats for each team and how they match up. We're also going to look at some photos from the game. And then we're going to talk about what's needed to be done with this matchup, as well as the key items. And, of course, the active, inactive list for today. So give me just a second to get something straight. I don't like how something is showing up on my screens here. So I'm going to get that going properly for me. Also going to have to throw on my glasses here in just a second, I know. All right, let's get this going right here. There we go. Had to fix one little thing there. How's everybody doing this Sunday morning? Hey, I haven't got into it much, but I would like to ask this question to you guys, which I have not been meaning to ask. But which I have been forgetting to ask. What is your prediction on the outcome of the game today? Again, what is your prediction? Carolina Panthers 4-4, Green Bay Packers 5-1-1. They're playing in Green Bay at Lambeau Field. What do you think is going to happen today? And also I'm going to touch on some of these comments that are coming in. But let me go ahead and start to set the stage right here. Boom! I told you we got it, right? So what that is our first picture of the day. I told you, yes, I'm not there at Green Bay, but my man Chuba Hubbard is doing what he does, getting ready for the game. Always the first one out. So shouts out. We're going to just go ahead and do this right now. We're going to give a round of applause to our photographer, Patrick Snyder, for being the awesome photographer that he is. Perfect picture there. Green Bay 0, Panthers 0. Kickoff has not happened yet. And again, it will be happening again here shortly this morning. So thank you, Patrick, as always, for the great work that you do in getting us that photograph there. Let me just go ahead and throw in these glasses. Hopefully I didn't leave them somewhere. Oh, I about to left my glasses somewhere, guys. Uh-oh. We may have to take a commercial break for me to go and get my glasses to make it through this pregame show without them. So you're going to see me squinting pretty badly. Let's go ahead and start to get you ready for today's action, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest transactions that have taken place with this team so far. These transactions took place just yesterday. We activated guard Chandler Zavala. As you know, that is definitely needed to get some depth to this offensive line as we have been dealing with some injuries. We also released running back DJ Dallas. He became expendable as we had injuries in other areas on the team. So DJ Dallas has been released. And then we activated outside linebacker Jeremiah Moon from the practice squad as part of our standard elevation. So those are the latest transactions for you in this Carolina Panthers team as we get ready for this game. Again, how you liking the setup? You guys liking it? Not liking it? Got some questions about it? Let me know. Curious to hear how you feel about the current setup. But let me go ahead and also touch on a few quick comments. Got to give some love to our members out there. So what's going on? SC Panthers Boy 803. What's going on? T Green. We have Oh, two 803s. I was trying to figure out for a second, like, what is she saying? What is she saying? But I got you. I got you. We have two 803s. Yes, we do. And T Green is predicting 31-28. I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about today's matchup in just a second. But T Green feels like a 31-28. What's up, T Green? Appreciate you being a member. Oh, here we go. We got another member that's DB828. Good morning to you. Again, my members, I will try to get to you a little bit easier for me to do it while I'm in the studio versus live outside. It's really hard for me to give those shout outs. And Ken88, morning, y'all. Let's get this done. What's up? Good morning to you, Ken. Appreciate you. And then Amp for Life, here we go. Got our Amp for Life. Got our members tuning in live and clear. So Nice T, same here, deciding on my game day outfit right now. All right, so those are the members checking in. All right, let me go ahead and continue to roll into this show, get you guys up to date and ready to watch this matchup. So Carolina Panthers coming to the matchup at 4-4 after our loss last week to the Buffalo Bills, our first home game loss of the season, and it was a bad one. Final score in that game was 40-9. James Cook, the third, ran all over the Carolina Panthers offense, averaging over 11 yards per carry. Glad that one is over. Glad that we got a chance to go 1-0 this week against the Green Bay Packers. The Packers coming to this game as one of two teams in the league to have just one loss. The Green Bay Packers are 5-1-1. So, we had the screen blackout. Let me fix that. Give me just a second. All right. We may need to make an adjustment there on the camera settings, so I'll get to that in just a second. But let me continue to work through this. Yeah, Green Bay Packers are 5-1-1 atop the AFC North. They have some victories. They've played two teams that we have already played. Now, first, they come off a victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers, playing against the old former Aaron Rodgers. Final score in that game was 35-25. But the two opponents that we have in common, they have played the Dallas Cowboys. That's where they have their one tie. Final score in that game was 40-40. As you know, we beat the Dallas Cowboys. It wasn't an embarrassing game, but we beat the Cowboys. And then they also played the Arizona Cardinals, which they beat 27-24. And as you recall, that was a game which had started off horrible for the Panthers when they played the Cardinals. Came back with an opportunity to win it with our special teams recovery, but then they started playing real defense and they shut us down. So two common opponents. We've beat one, we've lost to one. They tied and beat. So to me, this game and this team is at this point where I can say, yes, I would, if I had to bet, I'm going to bet on the Green Bay Packers. I feel like the Packers should win this game. But if I was to say, do the Carolina Panthers have an opportunity to win this game today? I do feel like this team with Dave Canales has come to the point now where you can say still, even though you believe the Packers will win, that we still have an opportunity. We have a very legitimate opportunity to win this game today. And I feel like that hinges on the great decision by our head coach, Dave Canales, to say, hey, I had one thought, which was I got to have these two backs rotating every other series, to saying, hey, you know what? As reported earlier this week, Joe Person of The Athletic reported that Rico Dowdle will get the start, which means he should also be able to continue with the hot hand if he does, in fact, have the hot hand. I like it. I like a Rico Dowdle proving that, okay, you wanted me to share this with Chuba, and I did it, and it didn't work. Now give me my playing time. Buckle up. Buckle up, Dave. Of course, he's not going to say that, but buckle up, Dave Canales. That might be the message. Hey, overall, this will be the 19th matchup between these two teams. So they've played each other 18 times, and the Green Bay Packers lead that series. Green Bay having won Green Bay having the edge, having won 12 of those times. Carolina has won 6 of those times. And it's in support of this game could go either way. Of course, they have some really good talent on Green Bay. They got Jordan Love on one side anchoring the offense. They got Micah Parsons on the other side anchoring the defense. But the Carolina Panthers 11 times have played the Green Bay Packers and have had one scoring possession outcomes in those games. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look back at the locker room from this week and touch on some of the things that have been going on. All right. Let's go ahead and play. I'm going to play some of the information about Rico and what he was saying with the member today. And then we're going to keep an eye out on for those inactives to come out and what that will mean for those inactives. All right, here we go. Going to play some Rico Dowdle for you guys.
Like you said, obviously we didn't want to have that loss last week, but, we let Coach handle that, and we do what we told to do from the coach. So all the outside noise about it and stuff, we don't really mind. Like, we just go in there, listen to Coach's game plan, trusting him to make the right decisions and get it done. No, we haven't really went over it. We just said we're going to roll out there Sunday into the game and then see how it goes. And like I said, we trusting him to make the right decisions, to put the team in the best situation to win. So, I think I had a good couple of games, but I know I take it each game is each game. Like, when you get out there in the game, it can be a bad day that day. But, so, yeah, I just take it each game. When I get out there in the game, that's when I kind of get the feeling of how the day can go. I wouldn't really say that I'm on the roll as far, but I have had a couple good games.
All right. Let me scoot back up, get my lighting right. There we go. Sit up a little bit. So that was Rico Dowdle talking about a few things. One of the things he talked about was subbing with Chuba, and if he felt like it was a good idea, bad idea, if the media was making too much out of it. He said the right thing. He said that it doesn't matter about, that it doesn't matter how coach does it. They just got to go out there and perform. Yeah, y'all making too much out of it. It's 2 great running backs, him and Chuba. But that's the right thing to say. Now, what are we going to see? We're going to see a Chuba Hubbard that is a Rico Dowdle that is for sure, undoubtedly determined to show, hey, I am that guy. And he said, I think it was on I forget the name of it, but the podcast with Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson, that was Ocho Cinco is his name. But anyway, with those two, that he's not tied to Carolina in the future. He wants to continue to get in the best opportunity for him, right? He's on a contract that is just for this season for the Carolina Panthers. So that man that wanted to prove something to Dallas is the same man that today is going to want to prove something to this coaching staff that he is capable, and not only to this coaching staff, but to the entire league for when he becomes a free agent at the end of this season. So I'm excited about Rico. Looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. And we got some more pictures from you guys. Hey, again, during the game, Twitter is the best place that you want to stay tuned to us. We're going to have the latest injury reports. We're often able to get information before the media does. For the TV broadcast does about what's going on. And I just got a picture here that I got to share with you guys in just a split second. This would absolutely, positively not be me. But for those that are watching, please continue to hit that like button. All right, subscribe to the channel as well. Only media that is live and interactive. Usually we're on the field. I wasn't able to travel to Green Bay. Didn't get enough money in the budget from the super chats. Quick plug, if you're able to do those super chats or anything like that, please continue to do so. But in just a second, I'm going to show you this picture of our linebacker saying, hey, hold on one second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to show you this picture. But this in itself is a good reason to subscribe to our channel here. Let's see. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. I want to dot my I's and cross my T's. Give me one more second. I just want to make sure I can get a chance to pronounce the name correctly. Here we go. Let me see if I can find this pronunciation chart. Oh, his name is not on the chart. All right. I done wasted enough time. Let me show you this photograph again. Shouts out to the best photographer in the business, Patrick Snyder. Look at this. Would you guys just look at that for me? What do you see? That is Carolina Panthers outside linebacker. I can't say his name. Mema. I can't say his name. But he is trying to send a message to his teammates into Green Bay that it ain't cold out. It ain't cold out. I'm ready to ball. I'm out here without a shirt on, warming up in Green Bay. Man, that is crazy. That would not be me. That would not be me. No, that ain't Princely. I don't know who that guy is. And also, hold on, let me send Patrick. You guys want a picture of Bryce Young's ankle, right? I heard somebody tell me that. I'm gonna send this over to Patrick. Can't guarantee, but you know, when you do have the best in the business, you might just get it. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so man of the people, right? Man of the people doing what man of the people does. You guys have requested a photograph of Bryce Young and his ankle. Is it taped up? What does it look like? I just put out the word there to our photographer, Patrick Snyder, and so we will see if we can get that to you. So, all right. So you just heard from from Rico Dowdle, who's going to be starting today. That should be confirmed here pretty shortly when the inactive's coming out. But let's also flip over to the defensive side. My man Sean Robinson had a darn good game last week. Obviously not the best in the world. Hold on here. Trying to do everything. Trying to give you guys what you asked for. Ooh. One second. Trying to get you guys this picture of Bryce. All right. Let's keep moving through this. Sean Robinson. Here we go. Sean Robinson this week.
If you got something about the Green Bay game, I can answer your question. If you ain't got nothing about Green Bay game, I have no answer for you. They do a lot of motioning, mixing things up, doing a lot of eye candy, and they work well together up front. So it makes it tough. They got a great back. Good quarterback knows how to read and look at and decipher things and get through it. So we got to be a great defense in disguising and making sure we know what's going on and alerting it. Dominating up front, being disruptional as much as we can, causing turnovers, making it, dirty for the quarterback to be able to step up in the pocket and make those throws, make him throw off his back foot, putting that ball in there a little bit, let it hang so our DBs can make a play on it. And it's pretty much.
All right, again, just a second. All right. So that was A. Sean Robinson talking about, first off, trying to get my seat right. First off, talking about last week after that Bills game, footage circulated of him being a little upset about things. Hadn't said anything about it all week. Coach hadn't said anything about it all week, understandably. So he doesn't want to bring any more attention to it. Just moving on to this week versus the Green Bay Packers. But he said what they got to do it for, they got to be disruptive. They got a really good quarterback in Jordan Love. I'm going to go over some of the stats from that here in just a second about what our team is up against, what we bring to the Packers, and vice versa on both sides. But they got to be disruptive, and it starts up front, and it really does. Allowing Cook last week to just get the yardage that he did, it really did us in, right? And in my opinion, that game last week versus the Bills could have been a lot different with the existing personnel that we have. In other words, there wasn't like, oh, we got to get this new person in because this person sucks, and we got to get like with the existing personnel that we had last week. You look at that play in which Rico Dowdle was close, just barely didn't break that for the touchdown, right? And then you look at Andy then getting a turnover on that play. If Rico had scored on that play, man, that could have been huge. Okay, take away that big if and just go to a smaller if. What if Andy Dalton does not fumble, or I forget exactly what I believe his first turnover was a fumble, and we at least get the field goal. We stay in a position where this game is very, very close. And then, in my opinion, you keep running Rico, you have a better opportunity. So I'm looking forward to this game. Again, drop some comments about what you think will happen today, score-wise. What are you most looking forward to? And we'll be sure to go over that. So let's go ahead and get you up to date with the stats to look at on this matchup for the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. So like to give you some perspective of things. We went through the transactions. Let's also just take a quick look at the standings before we get into this. Carolina Panthers are in second place in the division. This is not right. We're 4-4. What the heck is this? That's not right. Let's get you guys. And again, give me a like if you like this new setup that we got going on here, right? You like the setup? Is it good? Let me know in the comments. Hey, man of the people, I can't be offended by any opinions, but I do want to continue to serve you guys. Let me get the right standings up there. There we go. We are currently in second place, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, looking really, really good with Baker Mayfield back there at 6-2. Carolina Panthers are at 4-4. Atlanta Falcons 3-4. New Orleans Saints 1-7. So I don't like to jump ahead of things too much because we're still just midway through the season. I'm going to give this Carolina Panthers team a little applause for being at 500 midway through the season. I know technically we're not there because we now play 17 instead of 16. But I'm going to say midway through the season. And yeah, if we're now, once we get to 3/4 of the way through the season, if this team has a 500 or winning record, then yeah, we can start to look at the playoff picture. But for now, I'm just going to keep focusing on the week to week and be happy that I feel like we have a much better product than we have had. But that is your current standings. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the offensive matchups and statistical rankings for these teams that are matched up today. All right, Carolina Panthers, as you see here, turnover margin, takeaways, giveaways, time of possession. And then you see what the Green Bay Packers are sitting right there as a team with their turnover margin, takeaways, giveaways, time of possession. Here's what is obviously the thing that the Carolina Panthers need to be aware of. This is a really good offense. This is a top 10 offense. 359 yards of offense is what they do. Really, really good. Points per game. 27.6 points per game for this Green Bay Packers team. And with this Green Bay Packers team, in 6 of their 7 games, they're going over 27 points. All right. So do I feel like we could afford to be in a shootout with this Green Bay Packers team, given that Bryce has an ankle injury that he's recovering from, given the changes on the offensive line? I don't know. I don't even know if I want us to, because I feel like Green Bay could win that. I feel like Green Bay could win a high-scoring game. I feel like this needs to be methodical. This needs to be run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Okay, pass on one possession. Get T-Mac. Continue to develop Xavier Legette. Let's see how Jalen Coker continues to come back from his injury. Let's see how Jimmy Horn does mixing things in here, right? We haven't got that offense rolling like that yet. And I don't want to, especially in Green Bay, get into a shootout where we're having to win 35-28. That's too much. Let's just run the ball, win 20-17 kind of deal, all right? Let's continue to rock through. What's going on, Davey Broughton? Just saw one comment come in there. Let's continue to look at these offensive stats for both of these teams. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. All right. Just a second. Fumbles lost by the Green Bay Packers. They are second in the league. I like that. Oh, no. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm sorry. Sacks allowed. They're pretty good. I mean, just look at the top 10. It's a pretty solid Green Bay defense. Top 10 in total offense, yards per play, points per game, fumbles lost, sacks allowed, third down percentage, and red zone percentage. So, dare I say, we are playing a very good Green Bay Packers team in Green Bay. Mistakes have to be at a minimum. No turnovers, run game. Anyway, let's look at the Panthers offense, because we have been on the up and up until last week. Top 10 rushing offense, and that is all Rico Dowdle with that top 10 rushing offense, really coming from those two games in which he was outstanding. That's our only top 10 measure. All right? That is our only top. So again, he's been listening to me, so I don't feel like I need to keep playing too much. I plead for David Canales to go ahead and give that the edge to the hot hand. Don't try to go back and forth with Rico and Chuba. Let a hot hand do his thing. And so that really is as clear as day. What is our best chance to win, guys? Look at it. Run the ball. All right. What's going on, Knucklehead K? Good to see you. Good to see you. What do y'all think? Unless I'd have missed it, what do you guys think of this new setup? And by the way, I forgot to say it. So let me get back to it. What is our goal each and every Sunday? 3 super chats per show, or Cash App. As you see right there on the screen, you can do Cash App. Hey, we are independently owned and operated, funded 100% by you guys. As you see, I'm not at Green Bay today. That's just due to our budget reasons, just to be flat out transparent. But Patrick is there to give us the imagery that you'll see. And I may have just got another photograph, which I'm going to see here for you guys. But yes, super chats, anything from 99 cents and up works. Cash App is C-Vibe if you're able to do that. Appreciate the support. And that'll continue to help us do what we do, bring you the coverage that we bring you and all that good jazz. We're about an hour and 23 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to continue to work through some of these details about this game. All right, let's look at the defensive side. Our defense is still hanging in there, right? The defense for the Packers is number 6, and the Carolina Panthers are 11th. But let's look at the Green Bay defense. 6 total defense, 2nd in yards per play, 3rd in rushing defense. So Rico Dowdle and Chuba will have their work cut out for them. They're not playing against a okay defense. This will absolutely be the toughest defense that Rico runs against. When you had those breakout games against the Jets and against the Cowboys, they were 2 defenses that are not top tier. Still an NFL team, they still get paid, but they're not top tier. This defense here for the Green Bay Packers is a very legitimate and good NFL defense. So good. I'm glad that we're doing this. We're going to have the inactives come out again here in a second. I'm hoping that Jimmy Horn Jr. is still a part of the activations, because that gives us some unexpected things that we can do against this defense that, you're looking to, especially with a good defense like the Green Bay Packers. They are who they are, right? They have their obvious strengths, but you want to do something that can give you, just like, make them think for a split second. Is this going to go this way? Is like versus them just knowing, hey, it's 3rd and long, go get Bryce Young. Hey, it's going to be a run up the middle. Boom, go and do that. Hey, we just got our first super chat. We got 1 to 3. Let me throw this on the screen really quick. Thank you very, very much, Ant for Life. Like I said, I know 99 cents is up, and up is fine. So $2 super chat from Ant for Life, contribution to get the man of the people to San Francisco Fund. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. You asked for it. You asked for it, remember? If you're watching, and I done said it, and I mean it, this is the best pregame live show. Normally I'm on the field, so we don't have that aspect, but hopefully you like and enjoy this new setup from the Charlotte Vibe studio here in Charlotte. But you guys said, hey, I want to see a picture of Bryce. How's he looking? How's that ankle? You saw me. Text the photographer while we're on this show, and now I got it. So if you don't give me a super chat, which, I get, not everybody has the money to do so, that's fine. But you got to give your boy a like. You got to give your boy a sub if you have not, to help us get to 15,000. Because now, Man of the People is doing exactly what his name says. And let's show you this right here. Come on, computer. Don't do this to me. The computer's going slow. There we go. Booyah. There we go. Bryce Young, pregame, warming up. I know you guys want to see his ankle. Didn't yet get that from Patrick, but nevertheless, this is Bryce Young in Green Bay. You see the background, you see the green and the yellow of the stands. No glove on the hand, just a little hoodie. The Cali boys warming up in Green Bay. I wonder what the weather is right now in Green Bay. Let's see what the weather is. The weather in Green Bay, Wisconsin is currently 41 degrees. Somebody said the Bryce pick says that we're going to win. That would be nice. That would be nice. Let me just make sure the inactives have not come out yet. And then once we do, we'll break down those inactives for you. All right, so the inactives did just come out. So give me just a second, and I'm going to bring this up and get into it. And I'll tell you what all this means. Just a second. I was about to start singing, but you guys don't want to hear me sing as I get all this stuff together. About to bring up the inactives for today and tell you what all it means. And then we'll spend the rest of the time answering you guys' questions. What's going on, Jamal Milligan? Hopefully I got that name pronunciation correct. All right, let's talk about it. The inactives for today. Here's your list. Outside linebacker Princely Uman-Mielen. Wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. We also have quarterback Mike White, who was signed to the 53-man roster. He is inactive today, but he will be available for emergency third quarterback. So what that means is early in the week, Bryce definitely was coming back. We all saw that early in the week with him practicing full on Wednesday. I knew that means he was going to play. They then signed Mike White to the 53-man roster. I believe that was on Wednesday. And I felt like that was a little bit of maybe we don't know if Andy's going to be good to go, and we need to have somebody else out there that could run the plays. Because when you're a practice squad quarterback, you don't get all the reps with the ones or twos, and you don't even get to go over the game plan. Like you can be aware of it, but your focus is learning what you need to do for a scout team. So by putting Mike White to the 53-man roster, you're able to do two things. First and foremost, you're able to get him reps with the first team or second team doing the practice. And he's also familiar with what's been installed for the game plan against the Green Bay Packers. So if you need to bring him in there, he's not just completely going blind and you're hoping that he just has a good game. That's a little bit more preparation by Dave Canales to say, hey, I want to cover my bases on everything. And then what you can do is once you see that Andy, you're comfortable with him being your backup, with Mike being on the 53-man roster, you can have him inactive, and then you can still bring him into the game if you need to. But what that also gave you in flexibility was that if you needed to elevate two guys from the practice squad, you now have the ability to do that versus if you had left him on the practice squad, elevating him would have not give you the same flexibility. All right, so I like to do a little education here as we can. But Mike White, and then center Cade Mays, tight end James Mitchell, and then defensive tackle Cam Jackson. Those are your inactives for today. So what do, right? There's some holes to fill, obviously, with lineup changes. So it is official now. Rico Dowdle will be starting. That is official. Rico Dowdle will start today. That is 100% official. That was earlier reported in the week by Joe Person. And then, even though Taylor Moton is not on the list, all right, hear me out now. Even though Taylor Moton is not on the inactive list, they don't expect him to play every down. So Josh Neisman will start for Taylor Moton at right tackle. Again, Josh Neisman will start at right tackle for Taylor Moton. Taylor Moton is active today, but will not be starting. Also, Chandler Zavala, you guys said that he will be coming in late or early. Nope. He is going to start. Hey, we just got a super chat. Appreciate it. Hey, if we can get one more super chat, I will love you guys very much. Our goal is always 3 live pregame show, credentialed access to the Carolina Panthers. We got Patrick Snyder working his butt off getting you guys photos that I'm going to show another one here in just a second from the game. You don't get this kind of content and coverage anywhere else. And then please turn on your notifications because after the game, we'll go live again with stats, photos, press conference breakdown, locker room chat. And again, today I'm not on the field and in the locker room, but 90% of the time, that's the case for our coverage. We just didn't have the funds to do that for this week. Let me throw up this super chat, and then we're going to keep rolling through this inactives. The Dale and Hardy Project, best man in Panthers media to watch. Thanks for doing what you do, brother. San Fran. You guys are trying to get me to San Fran. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so Chandler Zavala will start for Austin Corbett. Again, Chandler Zavala will start for Austin Corbett at right guard. Now, earlier in the week, this is how coaches do, right? It's like, man, you typically don't want to take a guy as soon as you're opening up his 21-day window that he's able to practice and immediately put him out there on the field. Not only are you immediately putting him out there on the field, he is starting. All right, so good thing there. And so where's Austin Corbett going to be? Well, as you see here, Cade Mays is out. Cade Mays is out. So your official lineup changes will be right tackle, Josh Neisman. Right guard, Chandler Zavala. Center, because Cade is out, then Austin Corbett is going to go and start at center. Hold on, I need some water. All right, so you heard it here first. Those are your official lineup changes for today. And I think we got another picture of Bryce Young warming up. Did we get another picture? I think this is the same photograph. Computer's going a little slow at times. No, that is not another picture. All right. Give me 1 second. We're going to see if we can do one more doozy here. All right. Hold on. All right. So that's that. All right. We got one more thing we're going to show from this. Want to make sure we finish this on the defensive side. Really good defense for the Green Bay Packers. They're going to be Rico's toughest challenge. And let's go to one more stat that I want to share with you guys, which is our special teams and how they've been doing, and also the special teams for Green Bay. Really good team, right? We don't have any top 10 on special teams. They have 3. Very good punt. Very good average netting on the punts. Very good kickoff return. So we got to play a solid game. And I see some super chats that are coming in. Really appreciate that, guys. Penalties, okay. They don't do too well in the penalty category, but they make up for it on every other place. And the Carolina Panthers are actually pretty good with penalties in terms of not getting those. So good luck there. Good look there. Good look there. All right, let's come back to here. And let's cover these super chats. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for the support. We will be getting back into the locker room this week, doing our one-on-one interviews. That's something that I do each and every week. No other outlet has as many interviews with players as we have. This year alone, we've gotten, oh man, I'm not gonna get everybody. Mitchell, Evans, see, brain fart, total brain fart. I know I've interviewed like 5 players one-on-one. If you're not on YouTube, check out the YouTube link. There's a playlist called One-on-One Interviews, and you'll see the 5 guys that I've been able to sit down with one-on-one this season and talk to. Let's get through some of these super chats and some conversations. Matolo Max, we need this dub. Yes, we do. Absolutely, we do. I feel good about it. Not as in I would bet on it, but I feel like we have a chance. And that's what I love about this team right now is we have a chance. Be Wise. Be Wise says, thank you for the content. As always, Chris, keep pounding San Francisco. All right. You guys are trying to get me to San Francisco. I am not mad at it. That's the only 2 games right now that I am not traveling to this year. And I'll tell you, this is the first game this season that I have not traveled to. And last year traveled to every single game. It feels a little weird. I'll be honest, but we're going to do what we do. Thank you, Be Wise, very much. And then Cleo Ham, super chat, salute. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. And I've asked Patrick if he could go live from the field. I don't know if we're going to get that. We only have 9 more minutes left in the show, so we'll see what we get with that. Let me just run through a few other remarks that I may have. And then we're going to spend time talking with you guys. Yeah. So a few miscellaneous things that I want to throw at you guys real quick. Our cornerbacks have been playing well. Little shout out to Mike Jackson. He's not getting a huge paycheck that J.C. Horn has gotten, but this guy was the nearest targeted defender 4 times last week. Did not allow a reception. Mike Jackson is this season his second game when he has 20 plus coverage snaps and as the outside corner with 0 receptions. So J.C. Horn certainly gets all the credit for being outstanding, getting those one-handed interceptions. But Mike Jackson, in terms of receptions, defending them, has been really, really solid with that. Teteroy McMillan continuing to be, we finally look like we hit it right with a first-round pick on a wide receiver. We keep missing. The verdict is still out on Xavier Legette, but Teteroy McMillan certainly is trending in that direction. He is second among rookies in big plays this season, or splash plays, meaning a play that he's had a reception of 16 yards or greater. He's second with rookies in that, and he also had his most receptions so far in his career last week with 7. So him continuing to build on that, being Bryce's #1 target today, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. And then a little shout out to Nick Scorton, a rookie. Love that these rookies are doing good things for the Carolina Panthers. He has registered all 14 of his quarterback pressures since week 3. Second among rookies in that time. So again, Nick Scorton since week 3, second among rookies with 14 pressures on quarterbacks this season. That'll be something good to get on Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. So I put out a message. Hopefully we might be able to give you guys a sneak peek into the game today. We will see. Oh, looking for my earpiece. I don't have it, but if Patrick is able to call in, that'd be great. All right, let's go ahead and get to some questions here before we get to this game. Kickoff is coming up shortly. Do you think Dan Morgan will make a move before Tuesday? In short, no. I don't see him making a move before Tuesday. So right now I'm just going through some of these comments here, trying to see what we got for you guys. We'll see if Patrick sends us any more photographs. Yeah. What he said, absolutely the most balanced team this Carolina Panthers team has faced this season. Really good on offense, really good on defense, really good on special teams. Like a very, very good team. Again, only one of 2 teams with 1 loss at this point in the season. 5-1-1. Not going to be the easiest of challenges for the Carolina Panthers. Not at all. I'm counting on Rico Dowdle having that attitude, excuse me, and being able to give us a good chance here this morning. And I really appreciate you guys and the support. I like to think I have a very good base of subscribers that are supporting me here, and with you guys encouraging other people to continue to like the channel, it helps. It really does help. And, I won't get into some of the challenges that we face, but you guys have helped quite a bit. And you guys are responsible for Patrick Snyder being on the field right now, getting us these photographs that we've been able to share. So I like what Amp for Life says, and we up to 81 likes, almost 200 viewers. Thank you so much. Why are you not at the game, bro? So again, you guys, I miss being at the game on the field. That's usually what we do here, and it just wasn't in the budget. We're independent media supported by you guys 100%, and the flights to Green Bay was about $1,000. So getting there is only half the battle. You got to have typically a rental car because of all the gear that I have, and then you have to have a hotel for a couple of nights. So it just wasn't going to be in the budget, unfortunately. But we do have boots on the ground, as they say. We do have our photographer, Patrick Snyder, that's at the game, and he's given us quite a few photos today. I'm going to share a few of those in case we got some latecomers. We got some interesting photographs out already, right? So we have, let's see, what do I have for you guys so far? We had Chuba warming up. Come on. All right, we had this photograph that Patrick has been able to give us already. That's Chuba warming up, doing what he does. Always being the first one out there. Chuba has on a hoodie. He ain't trying to make it look like it's not a thing. But this was the first picture that came out today, Chuba Hubbard. And then we got somebody trying to make a statement that Chris Jenkins would never attempt to make. Outside linebacker, I can't say his name, for the Carolina Panthers, warming up without a shirt. Good stuff. And then we were able to get one more photograph. And this is your quarterback, your starting quarterback, Bryce Young, warming up before the game. So those are some good images. Thank you, Patrick Snyder, for that. And then, as I talked about with the inactives list, right? So we had the inactives come out, which I'll show one more time before we get out of here. And we have outside linebacker Princely, Umami Yellen is out. Wide receiver Hunter Winfro, Mike White, emergency third string quarterback, Cade Mays, James Mitchell, and Cam Jackson are out. And as a result of those changes, we got Rico Dowdle starting. Josh Neisman will start for Taylor Moton at right tackle. Chandler Zavala will start for Austin Corbett at right guard. And then Austin Corbett will go to center. So that's your lineup changes for today. I'm going to give 30 more seconds to see if Patrick Snyder is able to give us a quick peek from the field. I think that'd be awesome to see. If not, we'll get out of here. I'm just going to see. What are you talking about? No, Nick Scott must be investigated. I'm unsure how he's still on the roster. You guys not liking Nick Scott? Taylor, so Taylor Moton, he's not out today, but he did get hurt I forget. I think he's gotten hurt a couple games ago. So Taylor Moton is active today. He's just not starting. Appreciate you, Ken88. Yes, Trevin Wallace is playing today. Trevin Wallace is playing today. Did I miss one super chat? I think I did. Don't want to do that. Super chat or Cash App so I know in the future. Again, if you guys want to do the Cash App, first off, thank you very much for your contributions to help support Charlotte Vibe and what we do here as independent media. But if you want to do the Cash App, it's now on the screen. CVIBE, CVIBE is the way to do Cash App in case that you are able to and want to do that. That'd be appreciated. So that's the end of the show. I didn't think about it until the very last second. I'm sure Patrick is out there pulling his hair out, trying to send me photographs. And I was trying to see if I can get you guys a live peek from the field. He hasn't tuned in yet. I'll give him 2 more minutes because I think he may do it. I think Patrick may do it. I think that'll be great for me to be able to show you guys. But those are the way to support us if you want to do so. And again, just trying to see if I can go through another comment here. Rory, appreciate you. I'm trying. Nah, we not. And then maybe this is old here, but I'll touch on this. Chris, do you think, by the way, no harm, no foul, CHRIS, but Chris, you think Rico going to get more touches this game? I say ride the hot hand, love Chuba, but Rico's the man. So yeah, I don't know if this came before I talked about the exact lineup, but Rico is starting today. Chuba will definitely be involved. what you probably will see is Chuba's going to always be the guy on the return. Last week, they were switching between if Rico was going to be the running back for the series, then Chuba would do return. So I anticipate seeing Chuba Hubbard do all the returns today, and he's going to get his opportunities. But if Rico is out there cooking, then we're going to stay with Rico. I think he'll certainly be quick to give Rico a breather, but I feel like Dave Canales knows that this is a good opportunity to steal a game. This is a good opportunity to steal a game with a guy that's been running out of his mind. And I've said this, my opinion has been like, I don't know how long Rico is going to be playing out of his mind. But right now he is. So while he is, use him. And then when he's out, you still got a very good running back in Chuba Hubbard to come in and take his place. As I get ready to sign off, hey, Dunk, my setup ain't 100% what I wanted it to be today. But this is the little progress of that. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's just a different look that we had today. So I appreciate you tuning. Hey, if you guys don't know, I always support everybody out there doing their thing. Unnecessary bluntness sport talk. Great dude, very informative, really good at breaking down stuff. I got to have you on the show at some point this season, Dunk. What's up, Chris? Big opportunity today. Yes, that's just what I was saying, man. I don't know if you read my mind, but I feel like Dave Canales sees the opportunity. That's why he has Rico out there. We have to play a good, mistake-free game. Just play our game. I feel like I was going into my Dave Canales ways. But that's it for today. Didn't get you the sneak peek from Patrick that I thought I would. I'm giving 60 seconds. Flip on over to Twitter at this point, right? That's where all of our updates. We are the only outlet that will give you photographs in game. So as the action's happening, real time, we're going to pump out photographs from the game. We'll give you the injury reports and other behind-the-scenes information that we get first that's not going to be on the broadcast. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate you very much. We'll be back maybe about 20 minutes after the game ends. Chris Jenkins reporting live for Charlotte 5.